So I had an idea for TF2 war paints that might be quite interesting. I'm not really sure how it would go or even if it is a good idea. So that's kind of why I'm making this video, to try and explain my thoughts about it and see what you guys think, basically. Pretty much the reason I make every single one of my YouTube videos. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel or you find yourself coming back here on the regular, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out, and I want to see if we can hit 120,000 subscribers soon. Anyway, let's talk about this war paint idea I had. So we all know that right now, when you get a war paint, you get it in faction new, minimal wear, field tested, well worn, and battle scarred, right? And there is no way to go from one version of the skin to another without just completely getting a separate item. No matter how much you use a faction new skin, it won't become minimal wear or anything like that, which is a good thing because then it just stops your expensive, really nice faction new skins becoming battle scarred and then just less expensive. But what if that was something that you could actually do? Now, let me explain this before everybody goes a little bit crazy, because I know what it sounds like. I had this idea that if you had a certain collection of war paints that could always be strange, and the more kills you get on the thing, the more worn the weapon becomes. Now that, on the surface, by itself, sounds pretty terrible. You're getting a stat clock faction new item, getting a bunch of kills on it, and making it battle scarred. That doesn't sound too appealing. And that's why that doesn't already happen in the game, because skins are really expensive, especially at the higher tiers, and people don't want them to be worse after using them for a bunch of time. But what if, by getting one of these items to battle scarred, you basically reveal an exclusive skin underneath the skin you've already got on that item? I'm not sure what that would look like, but then there would be a reason for you to actually go ahead and rank up your item instead of just leaving it in your backpack or constantly resetting kills on it so it doesn't get worn down. So every war paint in this new collection potentially could have 2 different skins on it. Now this bit is purely for example. I don't think it should actually happen like this, but say you have a Night Owl rocket launcher, then the more you use it, the more you see of like maybe an autumn rocket launcher underneath it. So when you get the Night Owl finally to Hail Zone, you've actually got a rocket launcher that looks more like the Autumn one than the Night Owl one. Now, obviously, you wouldn't use those 2 skins as a final product of this idea, I don't think, because they're way too different, and it would look really weird as the Night Owl is getting more and more battle scarred. It just wouldn't look great. It would have to be something that actually works a little bit better. So if you had a Night Owl one, for example, I think like either a really bright skin underneath it or a skin that is kind of similar to it in design, but you can tell it's a different item, that would be quite cool. But hopefully you get the picture. The Night Owl skin on top scratches away the more kills you get, revealing this other skin that hopefully is a bit cooler to make you actually want to grind up the kills on it to get whatever this other skin is underneath. You could even have it so Valve could add another specific item into the game for the people who want the current skin to stay in faction new and not show the war paint underneath it once you've got a whole bunch of kills. And it would just be like when you get festivizers from the winter crates, or when you get just like name tags and random stuff from like the newer crates. That way Valve can make even a bit more money from people who like the skins in the current collection and don't want to change it to the one that's underneath that. It just gives you some possibilities of what you can do with those items. So if you do prefer the one on top, you can keep that. If you don't and you want to grind it up for the one underneath, you can do that as well. Or if you didn't want to go the way of making the item wear out the more you use it, you could have it so the more kills you get with the skin, the more it upgrades itself. So you can have it like some of the colors get more vibrant, there's little bits of the background popping out, or maybe even some of the weapons starts to glow, I think would be a really cool feature. So by getting it to Hail Zone, you then have this super upgraded version of the skin that you had at the start, but you do have to get it to Hail Zone and all of those kills on it to get that really nice version. It does mean you can't actually trade for one of these really nice upgraded versions because kills reset every time you trade an item over. Meaning if you see one of these skins out in the wild, you know that person has been working on that item for a while and they've really put the time to leveling it up. So there's 2 different ways you can use the item wares that are already in the game to make war paints a little bit more interesting. And for somebody like me, make me actually care about the war paints a bit more than I already do. I know a lot of people like them. I don't mind them myself. I'm just not too interested or that bothered about owning a bunch. If there was something like this in the game though, I would drop my Australians in an instant to start messing with this kind of thing. Now that's the kind of reason I'm making this type of video, because I want to get the opinion of people who love war paints a lot. And I know a lot of you guys really like war paints, so please let me know what you think of this idea or what you would do differently to this idea to make it a bit more polished and work a lot better with the current game. I really like this idea personally because it actually gives people a reason to grind the game out, and they actually kind of get a reward for playing, which is something that people have been asking for a very, very, very long time with TF2 and the casual mode that's already in it. Like right now, what is the point of playing casual? You don't get anything for leveling up or anything like that except a badge that doesn't do anything that you can't wear. So why not give players a reason to be playing the game actively, trying to get kills with these new types of war paints to upgrade them or unlock the skin that is underneath the current one. And I know people will be going into strange farming servers and getting kills that way, but if they want to do that, they can. But the people who unlock these items normally and rank them up properly would have a much bigger sense of accomplishment after getting to Hail Zone, and it would mean a lot more to them than the people who kind of cheated and went to strange idle farms, because, you know, that isn't as nice, I don't think. Honestly, it doesn't really matter how you rank it up. If you rank it up normally, I feel like that would be better for you. You'd feel happier with it. But if you wanted to do it in a strange farm because you want it straight away, whatever, cool. So there we have it. That's kind of my idea that I had for war paints. I don't know if it's any good or if anybody will like it, but I thought I'd make a video about the concept anyway. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you leave this video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It means a lot. I really appreciate all the support recently. It's been a little bit insane and it means a lot, like I said. And with that, I will see you all tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.